Thought for the day. Setting personal goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible.
Welcome to 7 Minutes for Yourself. I'm Christina Aina, and I'm so glad you've joined me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. Let's take this time to reconnect with ourselves and improve our well-being.
In today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself, we are learning the importance of setting specific and achievable goals for personal and professional growth. Have a listen.
Have a personal vision statement. What? I thought we were talking about goals. Yes, we are talking about goals. But before you can even start your list of personal goals, you need to have a personal vision statement. This becomes really important because it is your beacon in the night. It is your guiding light, your Google Maps for life. It's basically giving you where you want to be 10 years from now. Remember, goal setting, strategy, objectives, all that fun stuff that we do in business is easily transferable to our life. But in order to do that, we first need to have a vision. All companies have a vision statement. Where is it that they want to go? What do they want to achieve? How do they see themselves 10 years from now? Same thing for you as an individual. Take those same principles, but you need the vision statement because that's going to guide you as to what goals you're going to choose. Decide on your personal goals. Okay, you have your vision statement. In fact, let me share with you my personal vision statement. I'm really close. Can you see that? Now, this is why this is so important, because you can see there's multiple things here that are my goals that I have. They are things that I'm striving towards. So let me zoom in on this right here so I can share with you how to set goals. This one is speaking. This one is teaching. So when I have this particular vision for myself, I actually see myself being a featured keynote speaker on the global stage, being out there. That's my vision. But now let me tell you, here's where the goal setting comes into play. I'm not starting off like that on day one. No, are you kidding? In fact, I've never did a keynote before when I had this goal and I set myself a vision for it. So what do I have to do? I know where I want to go. The bar is set really high, as it should be, by the way. So I set the bar high for myself. So I had to take a step back. I had to think, well, what do I need to do first? Well, I need to learn about speaking and keynoting. Then I had to go practice. Then I actually went out and did some free keynotes. Then after that, I went and did some association keynotes. I got a little bit paid, and so on and so forth, to a point now where, yes, I'm actually featured keynote on the North American stage, which is pretty cool. I still have my goal of being global, so I'm still moving forward towards that. And the goals change as I achieve each one. So this is why it's so important to have a vision statement so you can break down what your goals are. And you can see you have to start high in order to work backwards to get to where you need to start, because it is all about progression. Create an action plan and a timeline. Okay. Everything, as I said to you, are built-in blocks. You got your vision statement. You now know what your goals are. In order for you to achieve your vision statement, you actually have them in these chunks that are progressive. Take the first chunk that you're working on that is kicking you off, starting you on your goals, really ultimately to reach your vision. And I want you to start building out the action items associated with it. What is it that you have to do in order to make this particular section, this first stepping stone, a reality? So really think it out. Write it down. This becomes so important. Do not leave it in your head thinking you're going to remember, because the white noise of life will distract you. You need to write it down and have it visible. Now, when you write it down, I also want you to associate a timeline with it. Be aggressive a bit. If this is something that is meant to be, you're going to be in the flow and it's going to start happening. So definitely ensure, because these are the smaller stepping stones, try to get that done so you can move forward. But it is about progression. So ensure that you write down all the activities, the action items you need, and with the timeline in order to achieve the goals that you set out. And don't forget, you don't have to do it for everything. Do it for your first block. When you achieve it, then you can go on to the next one. It becomes more manageable and you don't feel overwhelmed, because your vision statement is pretty out there. You're rising, you're reaching high in order to get to it. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed. That's why you take a step back, kind of what we do in project management. We take a step back, we make it in manageable chunks so it becomes achievable. Take action. What? Yeah, I know. Sounds simple, and it's like, Adriana, of course, but you will be amazed how people will have a vision statement. They'll even break down all their goals. They'll even have a beautiful task list, and they freeze. And they don't do the next important thing, which is actually to move forward with it and do what it is that you wrote down that you have to do and to start pursuing it. Now, this becomes very interesting because sometimes we do have dreams and we do have goals and we want to achieve them, but maybe psychologically, subconsciously, we don't feel we deserve them. This is where you need to break out of that. You deserve happiness. You are perfect. You deserve to have what's in your purpose when you go deep inside and you have your vision statement. You're doing all the right things. Do the last critical step, which is taking action. Sitting back and waiting for it to fall in your lap is not action. Going forward and taking risks and moving forward with your plan is. So don't forget that. That is so important. That's going to help you be successful in reaching your personal goals.
That concludes today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Today and every day with your kiddo is a gift. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.